masters of speed. This is Formula One.
Hello there, welcome back to another setup video. We're at Brazil. Quick 3 laps, show you how the setup behaves, how it handles, how it looks. And then obviously, like always, the setup is at the end. Do all that good stuff, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll get these quick 3 laps. Obviously, it's a short lap around Brazil. 5 red lights. Starting right at the back as well, I think. P22. Not a bad start, not a great start either. Up a couple of places, which is nice. Really got to be mindful of the AI, because when they get side by side, they get very, very jittery, and the last thing you want to do is get wheel lock or get tangled with those, simply because they make life extremely difficult, and that's how you lose front wings, etc. Should have sent it on Hauger. Might send it here. Yeah, I'm going to send it here. With the AI, you take no prisoners, especially at this level. But yeah, the setup works really well. Obviously, the AI are ridiculously fast. I've even tested it on lower AI as well, and even then, they're still ridiculously fast. Obviously, remember, turn 1 is a very heavy braking zone. But I will say it, and I've said it before, these F2 cars are some of the greatest F2 cars I've ever driven. Since they started introducing the F2 cars in 21, I think. In previous game iterations, the F2 cars have been absolutely awful, but these F2 cars, you can really set them up properly, really drive them well. But last year's game was so bad with chronic understeer, and no matter what you did setup wise, you just could not dial it out. It took me a lot longer last time around to get the car set up than it has in this game. But yeah, as you can see, on lap 3 already. I think it's about an average of a 119, 120 a lap. Obviously, I'm not the fastest. I don't claim to be. Just showing you guys what the setup is like, how the car behaves. Obviously, I run 0 assists. And for those of you on assists, will go a lot faster and a lot quicker than myself. And the little bit of car knowledge or setup knowledge that I have, I will be happily to share with you guys. And that's what I've always been about, just sharing what I know, as I know how difficult it is trying to find good setups that actually work. But this is it. This is Brazil. The setup is next. I hope it helps. Do all that good stuff. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. So this is the way I've gone on the Brazil setup, and usually it would be quite a high downforce circuit, but because of the way now that the game has changed, the meta has changed, the setups have changed. It's gone back to how it always used to be, where the rear of the car is a higher wing than the front of the car. So I've gone with 22 on the front wing, and I've gone with 24 on the rear. It works really well, especially through turns 6 and 7. Usually you need a lot of mechanical grip at Brazil, and this setup seems to give it in abundance, really. You can run lower if you like. I have tested it lower, but for the sake of this setup and getting this setup out there, I've gone and played it safe. So I've gone with 22 on the front and 24 on the rear. On the transmission, and I've gone with 35 on diff, and I've gone with 70% off. It works really well. You can run 60-80. You could run 40-80 if you wanted to. Yeah, I've tried it all various different things, but the 35-70 is straight down the middle of the road. Played it safe, and it really works. On the suspension geometry, and you'll be shocked to know that I've gone with left. On the suspension, and it's pretty much a standard suspension from when running a lower front wing and a higher rear wing. It's 41 on the front, which is standard. The only time that changes really is when you run in a track like Austria, but you can run 41 through the entire setups, F1 or F2. I've gone with 6 on the rear suspension. You can run 8 if you like, but for the sake of this, I've gone with 6. I've gone with 9 on the front roll bar. I've gone with 21 on the rear. Seems really, really good, especially like I said previously, you need a lot of mechanical grip around Brazil, and a stiff or a firm rear roll bar is the way to go. I've gone with 18 on the front right. Remember, there aren't any curbs around here that you have to run, or you have to run that are high, so you can run quite a low front right. Going with 47 on the rear. You can run 46 if you want to, but I've gone with 47. Brakes, like every other setup that I've done for F2, I think the sweet spot for myself is 99% brake bias, brake pressure, and then 56% on the brake. I do change this during the race, especially when tyre wear becomes high. If you've watched the 3 laps previously, tyre wear is irrelevant, but if you are running longer stints, like I did when creating these setups, I did change the brake bias, because as the tyre wear increases, so there's obviously the braking zones, because there's less rubber on the car, on the wheel, so it obviously makes the braking a lot trickier. Plus, turn 1 is obviously a very heavy braking zone, but I do change this, and I did go as high as 58, but I'm only talking to ABS off users. ABS on users, it's irrelevant. And then I've gone with, you'll be shocked, max tyre pressures. That's it. That's Brazil. I really hope it helps. Do all that good stuff. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Peace.